Hi children, welcome. Welcome to today's social science class. Today I'm going to start a new lesson that is from your politics, fourth chapter, growing up as boys and girls. Being a boy or a girl is an important part of one's identity. The society we grow up in teaches what kind of behavior is acceptable for girls and boys, what boys and girls can or cannot do. We often grow up thinking that these things are exactly the same everywhere. But do all societies look at boys and girls in the same way? We will try and answer this question in this chapter. We will also look at how the different roles assigned to the boys and girls prepare them for their future roles as men and women. We will learn that most societies value men and women differently. The roles women play and the work they do are usually valued less than the roles men play and the work they do. This chapter we will also examine how inequalities between men and women emerge in the area of work. Growing up in Samoa in the 1920s, the Samoan Islands are part of a large group of small islands in the southern part of Pacific Ocean. In the 1920s, according to research reports on Samoan society, children did not go to school. They learned many things such as how to take care of children or do household work from older children and from adults. Fishing was a very important activity on the islands. Young people therefore learned to undertake long fishing expeditions, but they learned these things at different points in their childhood. As soon as babies could walk, their mothers or other adults no longer looked after them. Older children, often as young as 5 years old, took over this responsibility. Both boys and girls looked after their younger siblings, but by the time a boy was about 9 years old, he joined the older boys in learning outdoor jobs like fishing and planting coconuts. Girls had to continue looking after small children or do errands for adults till they were teenagers. But once they become teenagers, they had much more freedom. After the age of 14 or so, girls also went on fishing trips, worked in the plantations, learned how to weave baskets. Cooking was done in special cooking house where boys were supposed to do most of the work while girls helped with the preparations. Growing up male in Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s. The following is adopted from an account of experience of being in small town in Madhya Pradesh in the 1960s. From class 6 onwards, boys and girls went to separate schools. The girls' school was designed very differently from the boys' school. They had a central courtyard where they played in total seclusion and safety from the outside world. The boys' school had no such courtyard, and our playground was just a big space attached to school. Every evening, once school was over, the boys watched as hundreds of school girls crowded the narrow streets. As these girls walked on the streets, they looked no purposeful, so purposeful. This was unlike the boys who used the streets as a place to stand around idling, to play, to try out tricks with their bicycles. For the girls, the streets was simply a place to get straight home. The girls always went in groups, perhaps because they also carried fears of being teased or attacked. After reading the two examples above, we realize that there are many different ways of growing up. Often we think that there is only one way in which children growing up. This is because we are most familiar with our own experiences. If we talk to elders in our family, we will see that their childhoods were probably very different from us. We also realize that societies make clear distinction between boys and girls.